Hey viewers, how's it going? My name is DividableHalo HD. Today I am joined by Shakey Savage or Shakey Batman. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Now, for today's interview, we're going to be asking you a series of questions about your Halo career within the Halo clan community, your Halo lore, your history, or whatnot. So for my very first question, I'm going to ask you, when did you first join the Halo clan community?
I joined KSI in 2007, and I was with them until mid-2008.
Alright. Now, was KSI more or less like kind of a clan just for fun?
Yeah, it was just for fun and, like, competitive battles.
Alright. So, when did you officially join the Halo military community, or roleplay community as we'd call it?
I joined the roleplay community in December of 2011.
Alright. And what clan were you part of?
I joined the UUF.
Alright. So, you've obviously been part of like KSI as more of like a just for fun clan. What was it like joining like a military clan for your very first time?
It was pretty fun. Actually, instantly when I got picked up, I was put on guarding Sentry Strike within that same day, and I recruited Centurionics in that same day.
Alright. Now, how long were you in UUF for exactly?
It was around a month.
Alright. Now, were you part of any like major events that occurred within the UUF?
I was with Shadow Sniper when he was kicked out of the UUF.
Alright. So what was that like?
I didn't really know what to do because I just became a warrant officer, and I was loyal to Shadow Sniper because he's like one of my role models in the community. And so I left and I became a mercenary because I didn't know Shadow Sniper was going to create his own clan.
Alright. So, do you kind of want to explain what you've been doing within the clan community, what like people you met along the ways from like after you left the UUF till you kind of like started the baselines for the Commandos?
Alright. Well, me and my friend Warlord, we recreated this clan called TBB. That was like one of the first clans. That was what I did from 2012, right before I mean 2010, right before I joined the military community fully. And we recreated TBB and we met Vecta, whose name was Echo Foxtrot. And we created divisions of war. It was between Enros and Dasi, Vecta, or known as Echo Foxtrot, and I. And we went to war with this kid named Chaos. I didn't know the name of his clan. Well, at least I don't remember, because this was a while back. And we basically introduced Vecta. Well, Enro did. He introduced Vecta into the St. Healy community. That's when, like, the start of RSL was in. But right before RSL started, Vecta and I went through, like, a fight and stuff like that, and we 1v1'd, and then we blocked each other. We 1v1 on Asylum Snipers only. It was pretty fun. But, you know, we shit-talked, and then, like, a couple years later, we made up, and, you know, we're fine now. And then I met UN Director, and that's... Well, in the middle of that, I was in, like, Beta 5, and I was trying to see out the UNSC community, see what that was like. I didn't really like it. I think it's boring. But I met UN Director, and him and I became, like, really close friends. And when I was his co-leader, I went through, like, 20 different clans with him. Like, it was crazy, but all his clans are really fun. And I figured out, like, why he does that, why he creates clans and ends them. It's because it's always interesting. Like, inside of his clans, for those couple months, they were some of the most fun experiences because it was never boring. One day you would be a Marine, the next day you would be a second Haley, the next day you would be, you know, a UNSC Marine. It was always random. And it was pretty cool. It was a lot of different experiences. But when he recreated Fleet Com Republic, he assigned me a task force, and that's where I met Shaky Shots, or known as Cyanide Antidote at that time, Shaky Hawkeye, and Divine Pyro. Those were the original 3 conscripts for the Commandos. And in that task force, I trained them, and then I trained them and tested them, see how far I could push them, see how I could get them to work in a team, stuff like that. And it worked out really well. So I brought it up to Tony. I was like, hey, look, I want to create this commando program, and I've been thinking about this for, you know, a while now. And I think I have it all planned out. And, like, Tony told me, no, I don't want it inside my clan. It's not going to work out well, which I understand it was a big risk because there's so much different aspects to the Commandos, so much different stuff you have to actually do inside the Commandos. Not that many people actually want to go through it all. 300 and I believe it's up to 15 people now have tried for the Commandos, and only 30 now have made it. So, we have a big failure rate.
Now, is the Commando something that you kind of created to, like, inspired off of the Spartan 2 thing, conscript training that they have for UNSC plans?
We use one Spartan 2 map and one Spartan 3 map, and that's simply because we go through a little section called Know Your Enemy, we call it, and that's where we train them to be able to understand, like, the mindset of a Spartan 2. Well, what I like to think of as Spartan 2, which that's a NavCom Spartan 2 or a NavSpec Spartan 2.
Alright, now do you believe Commandos are more superior to the UNSC Spartan 2s?
Yes, definitely. Simply just because all you have to be a Spartan, all you have to have is $10. That's how I like to think of it now.
Alright, but there is also Spartan 2 conscript training that lasts for 6 months. Now, how long exactly is the Commando conscript training?
There is no, like, exact time, and I've explained to somebody, our fastest time was 3 months inside the program. It's all a matter of how fast you can learn. The slowest time was 1.5 years. Because we want to make sure that every single commando is fully ready to go into battle or go into other people's clans or do whatever we order them out to go do and lead,
Alright. Now, I believe there was another commando, or there was an actual Commandos clan. Is that correct? Have you heard of that one?
The only commandos I've ever heard of are Commando Bane.
Alright, so
and Beast.
So do you kind of, I'm a bit confused on, like, the whole thing between the Commando branch and the Commandos clan. Do they share the same skill, or?
No, I don't know much about Commando Bane and all of them. I mean, I know Commando Beast, and he's a really cool guy. And he's on Warframe with me, and I'm on that game a little bit right now. But, no, we are trained special forces. I don't know what they are. They might be the same, they might be a trained special forces, but I can promise you they don't do the same stuff we do.
Alright. So, your gamer tag is obviously Shakey or it was Shakey Batman, now it's Shakey Savage, right?
Yes.
So do you want to kind of go into details what's with the Shakey? Because you are the first person to start the Shakeys, right?
Yeah, I was the founder. The Shakeys are an honor for my grandfather. His nickname was Shakey Savage. And I created the Shakeys as, like, these are my closest friends. If I give you the right to be a Shakey, then, it should mean the world to you because I'm inviting you into my family. That's when, no matter what you do, no matter who fucks with you, me, the Commandos, all the Shakeys will have your back, no matter what.
Alright. Now, are there any people that are Shakeys that did just change the gamer tag? And
yeah,
is there a few people you want to, like, call out?
No, because I understand a lot of people would want to be a part of that. And some of those people, like, I've actually started hanging out with them after they changed the name and stuff like that. And they're pretty cool people. So, I don't want to embarrass anyone.
Alright. So, the Shaky Things is kind of like it's kind of representation of your grandfather, right? It represents your grandfather. Now, would you like describe it as being something similar to the Century Empire or something just, like, completely different? Or compare it to different, sorry.
How do I explain it? Centuries, it's like a for honor thing, but, like, I never thought they had, like, a real main purpose. It's, like, attached to the UUF. When you think of a century, you're thinking of the UUF. With this, it's the people that I'm really close to. It's not just for a clan, because I have people like Shaky Joker who isn't technically a part of, well, now he is, but, he was off on Halo 4 doing his own thing, but, we were so close, he's still a Shaky, so it's not attached to a clan, it's attached to, like, my friendship with you.
Alright. Now, there are a lot of people that are well known in the community with the Shaky tag, such as Shaky Divine or even Shaky Bionic, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you believe, like, I'm sorry, I'm not really sure how to explain it, but do you kind of feel proud that you have, like, people that are well known in the community representing, basically your grandfather using the gamer tag or using the Shaky?
Yeah, like I said, like Divine's like my best friend over Xbox, so like that means a lot. Like that we've gone through all these experiences and stuff like that. Like I met Divine inside of a clan called Teku, which we tried to recreate a mass recruiting clan. But since then, we've been friends for like 3 years now. But yeah, it's an honor to have all those people represent my family and our family.
All right. So you were with UN Director, I believe, right? When you started the baselines for the Commandos.
Yeah, I started up the pre-task force
All right. So when did it officially like become the Commandos, like the actual
when I
title?
when I joined Nexus, and that was August 28th, 2013.
All right. So with Nexus, who is the current leader of Nexus actually?
Well, at that time it was Ghost Protocol.
All right. And what was your experience like within Nexus?
Um, it was probably one of the best experiences. I got all my friends like up until a little, I could say crack in the foundation happened, but it was a really fun experience. It was a very friendly clan, but we also like we didn't quit whenever we fight, and that's the one thing. Like I love chaos-based clans, and like all we did was just go out and fight people, fight Sangheilies, all that. So it was pretty cool. And Divine joined up and all that, and then eventually Divine took control of the Nexus.
All right. So what went on afterwards with like your career?
After Nexus,
Yes.
I created Blood and Iron, the first one, and that was a complete failure. And it's because I made it all Commandos clan, so like 300 people from Nexus came with me, because Divine didn't want to lead a clan for a little while. You know, he was off doing college and all that. And like 300 people came, and like we had like 100 of those 300 people try for the Commandos, and I think like 5 made it out of that total 100 people. And then a lot of people left, and they went to, oh my god, it was Slayer's clan at that time. Slayer started up a clan, Slayer Source UK.
Yeah.
I don't. It was like JCA or something like that.
I'm not sure either.
All right. Well, he created GFA. I think it was JFA actually, and he created that clan. And like Garusa left, and he took like a large group of people. So, Wagner, he told me, he was like, "What about we go to DGA?" Which stupid idea after being inside there for like 5 minutes. We went inside there, and like I saw that Michelle didn't like treat her members right. Now it's just like I don't want to be a part of this atmosphere. I don't think that's right. And so then we went to the UGN, and that's where I became friends with maybe Michael.
All right. So with UGN, how long were you there, and what conflicts and what events were you part of?
With the UGN, I was there for about a month and a half-ish, right around there. And a lot of stuff went down. Like the UGN, I like Michael's leadership. And I like Michael as a person. He's a really good person. But there wasn't much organization or discipline inside of the UGN. So like I went in there and I started help fixing it and stuff like that. And then I went on vacation. And yeah, we fought in a bunch of battles and stuff like that. But I went on vacation, like stuff went down, and he decided to kick us all out for some reason. I don't even remember why. And then the Commandos, we went on the offensive, and we started creating like rebellions against them. I'm not gonna say that we're the reason why the UGN fell. I feel like we're a good part of it. I feel like we're about 60% of it, because the only way you can truly destroy a clan is making where it's unfun. It's not fun for the leader to lead it. That's the only way you can truly destroy a clan, because the leader will go with 5 members with him by himself, if he truly wants it. But I can guarantee you there was other variables to the situation, but I feel like we were a big portion of the fall of UGN.
All right. So with your like rebellion force, did you kind of like join another clan or were part of another clan afterwards?
We created Blood and Iron, and this is the successful Blood and Iron.
All right. So do you want to explain more on what happened within the clan?
Yeah, well, with Blood and Iron, it was fully Commandos, and then we had a competitive section, which that was led by Penguin. And he brought on people like Jonah, Torture God, all of them, like the sweatiest people you can imagine. Achiever, and we decided to declare war on Navcom. And basically, we created like a whole new section to the Commando program while that was up. We call it Commando Paradise, and we added a lot in. We took some out, stuff that wasn't needed, blah blah blah. And like that's where, because with the UGN, like we didn't really do, like we didn't change up anything with the UGN. We didn't improve. We were just like there more or less. We were just there to fight for them. But with Blood and Iron, that's where we changed the program, and that's how it is what it is today. And that's where I met Kurt and like Lag Link. He's one of my like, good friends. He ever needs something, I'm gonna back him up, stuff like that. And him and I became good friends, and he helped me out with like annoying the beast Navcom at that point in time. So we just kept raiding Navcom, and Navcom like completely smacked us in one raid. Like I have no problem admitting that. Like they fucking tore us in half. And it's because we went into a raid with like 6 commandos. We're not gonna beat out Navcom. A couple 100-member clan with 28 people when only 6 people are online. We lost that raid, and then we came back at them and we beat them in one raid, and then we smashed them in like competitive battles. Like with our third lineup, we beat them like 50 to 47, and then we 3-0'd them, then 5-0'd them, and then we started going like mainly competitive. So I played like Dre, like 99th Regiment. They're a clan I extremely respect, but in Blood and Iron, like I just went after everyone. So we beat them like 50 to 25, and then we 3-0'd them, then 5-0'd them. And objective game types 3-0, 5-0, if just to make sure that's clear and everything. And we just attacked everybody, and then Divine started coming back, and that's where Exodus started up.
All right. Now, have the Commandos ever? Is there any group that has been superior to the Commandos?
In my opinion, no.
All right. Has there been any group that have like put up a good fight against the Commandos, like any S2 clan groups, or maybe any other like special forces or anything that I could think of? You could think of.
If we're talking about like competitive,
or more or less like something similar to a conscription process.
I've never went through like Navcom Spartan 2 training, so I can't tell you that. And like I know plenty of the reason why like I don't respect the Spartan 2 name anymore. Like I said, it takes $10 to become Spartan 2. And it's because I see like so many people who change their name and stuff like that, which that's no problem. I think have fun with Xbox. Don't care about what people think about you. Just have fun with it. But like that's the truth of the matter. To be a commando, there is no name change. You have to actually earn the title. So I don't know Navcom's conscription. I don't know NavSpec's conscription. They don't know my conscription, so I don't know if mine conscription's 18 times harder or the same.
All right. So with Exodus, the Commandos kind of did they kind of like go up, get well known even more with Exodus?
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
So with Exodus, what wars or what kind of stuff did you guys participate in?
We were in like when we fought BA Sanguinius, which Sanguinius ran away from us and ran to MCC. But then we, all these bunch of little raids and stuff like that. And then with the Navcom, we fought against Navcom and the SDA, and like there's 12 clans, and we sent commandos into 11 of the 12 because. Let's all be honest here. It's almost impossible to destroy Navcom. Even if you make it where one leader wants to quit, they have another leader going up, and they have enough, units to live on for a while. So we send them into the small clans, and like we were the general of the EEF Marines and the ODSTs, and then like all the other clans. Like we got general positions. We ranked up extremely fast, and then we took their branches, and just completely left, and then the clans would shut down after that.
All right, so I was also part of the SDA, where I was part of EEF as well, and yeah, it's pretty funny. But all right, so I believe Shakey Divine was talking about in his interview that basically Exodus itself, including the Commandos, were able to withstand basically raids longer than Navcom would be able to, and its allies. Do you want to explain more onto that?
We always beat Navcom. Like when it was Navcom versus us, we always beat them. Navcom and their allies, like we can outlast them but they usually are able to get members in faster. So they would have, like, it would be a raid, like, I don't know, like we would have like 6 people for like the longest times, then we go down to 4 people, then we would get like 10 people. You know, we usually won, like, most of the losses in the SDA war were from the UUF, to be honest.
Alright, I was also part of UUF during that time. Alright.
Yeah.
So, was there any allies within like within the triad that like were actually pretty helpful besides UUF, obviously, in your opinion?
Oh, the 99th Regiment. They're the brother of Exus. No matter where we go, no matter who we're fighting, we always know we can count on, Bay Dre at all times, And same with him. If he needs our support, we'll get on Reach right now and we'll rally up 100 troops if we have to, and we'll go help out Ray in any conflict. I mean, Dre. Why did I say Ray? Dre in any conflict he needs.
Alright. So for the whole war between the SDA and the Triad, do you believe without the UUF, the Triad would be victorious against the UNSC?
Definitely. The second, like, no, I love the UUF. Well, I don't love them. I don't like have much respect for it anymore. But we only lost 2 battles after that.
All right. And with the heroic sparring command replacement, did it help?
Oh yeah, they were a pretty big factor for like a couple weeks, and then like they slowed down. But for that, like, for those couple of weeks, they kept getting us wins. They kept winning.
Alright. Now, with the war kind of like, I guess it didn't really, I don't know if it really officially ended or if it just drifted away or dwindled down. What did you do after, like, kind of like the Triad versus the SDA war? Did you just like kind of like chill within Exodus for a while?
Well, I took a break from Xbox for a little while because I was like, we won this, and then when another coalition came up, because we had to smash down like 2 different coalitions other than the SDA. And we smashed down one coalition. That took us like 24 hours to do that. And then the last one where it was oh yeah, there was a bunch of those. The last coalition, Exodus, like, we weren't the Commandos. I was on GTA. I was want to try it out over there. See what was that? See what that was all about. I thought it was a fun game. I was like, I think it has military. Yeah, it could be military compatible. So I came back over there and we fought them. Like, we shit on them bunch of times, and then I think they might have beaten us once or something like that. And then a competitive, they couldn't touch us, and it was just like, it was getting irritating because no matter where we went, since we were the top guys, every single person was like, oh, Nexus, they're communists or whatever, bullshit like that. Let's go fight them. They're dictators.
Alright. So do you believe that like every clan that the Commandos were in, they were successful? Every clan that every clan that basically had the Commandos in it, the clan was successful?
Yes. I truly believe that.
Alright, so when Exodus ended, basically what did you do? Or it didn't end, I guess it went to hibernation, as Divine would say.
Well, actually, with the whole ending thing, that's a little bit of my fault.
Alright, do you want to explain?
Yeah, so I was just like, hey, look, I'm tired of Halo Reach. I've been playing this game. Like, I have like 1,000 days or something like that played. Like I said, I'm a nerd. So, I was like, I want to go to GTA 5, and all the Commandos were like, oh yeah, dude, let's go try that out. Blah blah blah. I don't want to get in the whole the commando stuff that all went down right there, and we all went, and all the Commandos left Exodus, and like kind of like hit it by shock because like each time like in Navy, like we had a struggle with Navy for some reason. So we would send Commandos in, and they would fix that branch. Like any single place that needed like a new official or a new general for temporary, we would send in a Commando, and he'd take over that branch. And then we would get a new official, replace the Commandos, then he would come back. So everybody was like depressed that the Commandos left because Commandos, were extremely known. And like with Axis, we all love each other. So we were just like, it's nothing against you guys. We're just bored of Reach. And Divine was already like taking a break at that time, so it kind of just went downhill after that.
All right. Now you have a few members within the Commandos that are a bit well known themselves, right?
Oh yeah.
So would Irish and Garus be part of them? One of those people?
I'm always messing around with Garrus. Irish is definitely known. Garrus is a complete random. Nah, you know, Garrus is one of my best friends. But
Are you still there?
hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry about that. My controller died. But you know, Garrus helped out. Like we made him like head of the commando. Well, Irish was the head of the file share media and stuff like that. Like his objective was to constantly get us known, and like he helped out with trainings and stuff like that too. But each commando has like a specific job, but every single commando can do everything. It's like there's specializations, but you can do everything. And then Garusa, like, I helped him out with becoming the head of intelligence for a little while. His objective was to make sure that no spies got into the commandos. And obviously, you know, I helped him out with that. And then we created the 501st, and he led the 501st with Riddick, or Sentry Smash. He's better known as.
All right. Now, Irish is well known within, I guess, the kick groups as creating the Nazi concentration camp stuff.
Oh my god, dude.
So what's your opinion on all this kind of stuff, such as calling people slaves, calling them Nazis, and or being the head of the Nazis or whatnot, and the head of slaves?
I don't... Yeah, I'm gonna be dead honest. Like, I think it's funny as shit. People just get so mad at it. It's funny as hell to me. Like, I don't support Nazis. You know, I mean, I'm Italian German, but I'm not a Nazi. But you know, I mean, he's a war person like me. Like, I believe the only way you can possibly win something is by beating the living shit out of somebody else. You know, I believe the only way you can win a war is by making sure that other clan either surrenders to you or they're over with.
Alright. Now, with Gairusa, on the other hand, he's also been known for doing some stuff in the community that a lot of people did not like, such as on Halo Clans, uploading, I believe, a video that had porn in it. And then also just trolling around with a lot of people within the community. Messing around, I guess you'd say, or I'm not sure how it would be. But a lot of people within the community look down at Iris Charlo and Garuso. What's your opinion on that?
Man, they just don't know them. They're fun as hell people to hang out with. Like, honestly, like all the commandos are just the best people. Like, it's fun hanging out with them. And then whenever we get serious, we get serious. You know, it's if you know them, you love them. It's that simple.
All right. So moving on towards the future, do you believe that the commandos will return in Exodus for Halo 5?
It's already guaranteed.
All right. Now, do you guys have any like plans or goals to basically go beyond limits, or try to like kind of like expand more with Exodus?
Oh yeah, we have a nation system, and basically act like there's a clan we like. And they're struggling. We'll be like, hey, look, you come with us. You fall under us. You can lead your own clan. All that. All we simply ask is, when we're in a conflict, we need your support. We'll support you if act like your clan's doing bad. We'll send a command, you know, we'll send a governor and a commando over to, you know, to assist you and help you rebuild up, or you know, a couple recruiters, stuff like that. And basically, we help them create clans. We give them leadership experience, all that stuff. And all we ask for is that if we're in a conflict, they come and support us.
All right. So it's more like an alliance.
No, they're under us.
Oh, okay. My bad. So, for the future, Exodus is, or Commandos are guaranteed for Exodus, correct, right?
Yep.
Alright. So, I have one more question before we move on to the last question, or unless you got anything else to say right now that you might have forgot. Is there anything else you got to say?
I want to give a little motivational speech. I always tell people, like, if you're a new clan leader and you're trying to, you know, you're trying to create a clan, but you're waiting for somebody else to support you and stuff like that. Like, I had to say, when I created the Commandos, nobody fucking supported me. Like, everybody was talking shit about it, stuff like that, you know. And it took me to do that myself. Nobody will support your dreams as much as you want them. Like, the only way your project, you will be successful is if you do it yourself. That's all I want to say.
Alright. So, I have two last questions, and this first question is, if you were to send one of your commandos into a clan such as, let's say, Commando Ark's clan, do you believe that clan will become instantly successful?
Only one commando, you said?
Or let's say, yeah, one commando. Would it become at least at least averagely successful?
See, usually we send out commandos in groups of 3, but with one commando, can we do it groups of 3 since that's the way we deploy out commandos in groups of 3?
For sure, we can do that.
Yes, it would be successful just because, like, Commando Ark and people like that, like, you know, yeah, they're not the best clan leaders, but there's potential in them. There's potential in everybody. Like, you can, I mean, if not, you could run his clan under him. You know, if not that.
Yeah. Alright, so for my last question, since you're well successful with Commandos, what is your advice to how we can improve the Halo Clan communities, or other clan leaders can improve the Halo Clan community?
Go to war with everyone.
Alright.
That's the only way. Like, make the rule inside of your clan. It's you either surrender to us, or we kill you. We destroy your clan. It's obliterated. And act like Exodus falls. Alright, we have 500 members. Exodus falls, or something like that. Do you understand how many small clans will be made up after Exodus would fall? You know, if it did, or something like that.
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. So that means that's probably another 20-something clans popping up. If a medium-sized clan like I don't know who I want to compare. Like Plague, right? Plague's a medium-sized clan. They have, like, I guess, like 40, 60 members, something like that. If they fell, probably like 3 or 4 clans would form out of Plague. Something like that, you know. That's how I've always thought about it, as if I don't like politics and stuff like that. I'm just all about fighting. You either surrender or we're fighting.
Alright, yeah. I believe that's all we really have to talk about. Is there anything else you want to say? That we might have missed. I know we covered a lot.
Say did.
Sorry?
Give me a second. I thought we said something at the beginning of this. You asked me about. It was in like one of the 80,000 messages. But yeah, you asked me like the original Commandos. I don't know if I said it because we've been doing this for like 50 minutes now. But the original 3 Commandos were Shots, Hawkeye, and Pyro, Divine Pyro, if anybody knows who he is. Those were the original 3.
Alright. So are they still in the Commandos?
Yes, Pyro is not, though. He dropped out after his like 3rd week. He couldn't afford gold for a while, and then he came back and he was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Alright. I think that's it. I believe he did say that too in the beginning, or somewhere's in this.
Alright.
Alright. Well, I believe that's it. I would like to thank you, Shakey Savage, for coming on this interview.
Alright, well, thank you for having me.
No problem. It's a pleasure having you and learning about an actual skilled group. Alright, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like it up. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, you can leave it down in the comments. I'm not sure if you'll check the comments in this video. You might, maybe.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I definitely will. See
Alright.
people talk shit to me.
Yeah, no problem. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I'm DividableHalo, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.